guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power. The sugar rules, baby. The sugar rules. Anyway, you saw the thumbnail. Andrew Tate. Now look, I'm not hating on Andrew Tate at all. Never met him. Don't know that much about him. Don't care to know that much about him. Don't care about his politics. Don't care about his views on women. Don't care. This is not what that is all about. What I do know about him, and the little bit that I know about him, read about him, watched him on YouTube and whatnot, I mean, by his own words, he's a blatant drug addict. He hasn't used the term drug addict, and he is definitely a functional drug addict. He is not, sitting in a corner shooting up and nodding out for, days at a time in a drug den. But look, the first one, and most of you are going to go, oh, come on, Ralph. That's, guys, the most abused drug on the planet is caffeine. And he's the first one to tell you, 12 to 15 cups of coffee a day. Now, guys, if you need 12 to 15, caffeine's an amphetamine. It just is. I mean, it's legally a drug. I'm not making this up. I'm not accusing him of something that isn't a known fact. And he admits it. And I'll tell you what, if you need 12 to 15 shots of an amphetamine to get through a day, you're a drug addict. And if he's doing this and he tries to go a day without it, he won't be able to get out of bed. He'll be lethargic. He'll be cranky. He'll be snapping at people. He'll be depressed. Guys, those are withdrawal symptoms. And it'll take him a couple days to get off it. I mean, that's just it. It's not. I'm not making this up. Smokes cigars by his words alone. He smokes cigars all day long. Guys, and if caffeine isn't a drug, then I'm not puckish and adorable. I mean, guys, that's just the way it is. So that's two. Now, we're not counting booze. We're not counting recreational coke or cannabis or whatever, which I'm sure he partakes in. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Me, the only juice I have is fruit. And last but not least, he uses steroids. Guys, he's the first one to tell you, and I have no problem with any of those. If he wants to do it, if you want to do it, knock yourself out. I don't care. I don't care at all. And he doesn't give two squats about me, and that's not the point. But it is what it is, guys. That is a functional drug addict. I'm old enough to be his father, if not his grandfather. Okay? I don't need any of those stimulants to get through a day. I don't need any of those stimulants to do 5, 6, 1,000 kettlebell swings a day. I don't need any of those stimulants to ride a bike 200 miles, run, throw baseballs. I don't need it. He does. He's addicted to it at this point. Doesn't mean he couldn't get off it. We get him on the sugar rules, it wouldn't take it long at all. And quite frankly, I would have him in a month if he stuck with it. I would have him more ripped than he's ever been in his life. And he's so proud of himself. That intermittent fasting. Guys, intermittent fasting, if you're just drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes, my God, that's what you're running on. It's not like you're burning fat. No, you're running on caffeine and nicotine. I mean, that's not any great science experiment. It's just so asinine, and it's so dumb. It's so dumb. And that's it. Again, Andrew Tate, not hating on him. I would not want to be him. He can keep his money. I got a nice chunk of change too. Not like him, but I don't need that money that bad to do that. Anyway, that's it. So, get yourself the sugar rules. Get yourself the sugar rules, $10, and stop depending on coffee. Stop depending on drugs to get you through the day, to build muscle, my God in heaven, you don't need it. You just don't need it. All right? Anyway, eat and drink your fruits and vegetables. And the world is yours, Chico. And everything in it. The sugar rules. Love you all.